Imagine this: you're sitting at the airport, watching jet after jet taxi down the runway. Some are massive, some are sleek, some belong to airlines from all over the world, but almost every single one of them is white. Why? Why are planes, worth hundreds of millions of dollars, painted in such a plain, boring color? Is it about style? Is it safety? Or is there something much deeper, something hidden, that the average passenger never thinks about? Because the truth behind this simple color could shock you. It's not just about paint. It's about survival, science, economics, even espionage. Buckle up, because once you discover why white rules the skies, you'll never look at airplanes the same way again. Welcome to AeroVerse. The obvious question, why white? Let's start with the most basic question. Why aren't airplanes red, or black, or deep navy blue? White isn't exactly flashy, it's not glamorous, but here's what makes it perfect. White reflects heat. Airplanes fly at 35,000 feet, but while they're freezing up there, they often sit on hot airport runways for hours under scorching sunlight. White reflects sunlight better than any other color, keeping the fuselage cooler, reducing strain on electrical systems, and minimizing cabin temperature surges. It's not about looks, it's about protection. Simple, smart. But that's just scratching the surface. The secret science of paint weight. Here's a wild fact. Painting an aircraft can add up to 1,000 pounds of weight. That's right. The paint alone can weigh as much as 6 adult passengers. And when every extra pound affects fuel efficiency, airlines take this seriously. White paint usually requires fewer layers, saving weight, money, and even CO2 emissions. In aviation, every gallon of fuel saved is thousands of dollars, and white helps do exactly that. It's science, mixed with cold, hard economics. The cost of going fancy. Now you might be thinking, come on, airlines have tons of money. Can't they afford fancy designs? Sure they can. But should they? A full-body paint job with custom colors can cost $200,000 to $500,000 per plane. And here's the catch. Paint isn't forever. Aircrafts are repainted every 6 to 10 years. Multiply that by a fleet of 700 planes, and you're burning millions on just aesthetics. White isn't just safe, it's economically ruthless. Damage detection. The invisible lifesaver. Now here's where things get real. When a bird hits a plane, when a panel cracks, when a hydraulic line leaks, you need to see it fast. No games, no guesswork. And white paint makes damage detection easier. Leaks, oil stains, even tiny cracks. They show up more clearly against a white backdrop. It's not about beauty. It's about saving lives. In emergencies, even seconds matter. And white might be the reason a crack didn't go unnoticed. Camouflage in the sky. Here's something you probably never thought about. White is actually a form of aerial camouflage. At 35,000 feet, with the sunlight blazing and the earth far below, white blends into the horizon. It's the least noticeable color at high altitude. For airlines, that's a bonus. But for military aircraft, it's strategy. Some spy planes, like the legendary U-2, were painted in shades of white to blend in with clouds, hiding in plain sight. Even when war meets the sky, white still wins. Fast turnaround equals fast profits. You know what else white helps with? Speed. Not airspeed, but ground speed. White planes dry faster after cleaning. They show dirt quickly, making inspections faster and more efficient. They don't require complicated prep for spot painting. That means less time in maintenance, more time flying, and more money made per flight. It's not glamorous, it's business. And every minute saved is another ticket sold. Weather, lightning, and reflectivity. White isn't just good for heat. It's also safer in storms. White paint enhances visibility in fog, thunderstorms, and lightning-prone areas. Air traffic controllers, runway crews, even other pilots. They all spot a white aircraft more quickly. It's a color that catches light, even in bad weather. Sometimes, it's the difference between being seen or being invisible. The few that break the rule. But what about those airlines that do go bold? JetBlue, Emirates, Air New Zealand. They add color, sometimes a lot. But here's the twist. The base is still white. Those colors are accents, decals, or overlays. The foundation remains the same. Why? Because white works. It's timeless. It's functional. And when a plane is retired or sold, a white body is easier to repaint, rebrand, or lease out, saving even more money. It's the perfect blank canvas. In an industry where flexibility equals profit. The hidden psychological impact. White also triggers something else. Subconscious trust. Ever notice hospitals, uniforms, and even tech devices use white? That's because white symbolizes purity, safety, cleanliness. For nervous flyers, stepping into a big, shiny white aircraft feels more trustworthy than stepping into a dark-colored one. Airlines use psychology without you even realizing it. And white is part of that silent strategy. So, what if planes weren't white? Now imagine a world where every plane was jet black, or neon red, or completely matte gray. Heat buildup would destroy electronics. Cracks would go unnoticed. Costs would skyrocket. Psychology would shift. Even air traffic safety would take a hit. The skies would look cooler, but aviation would suffer. White isn't boring. It's the unsung hero of the sky. And now, you know the truth. The next time you look up and see a white aircraft cutting through the clouds, you won't just see paint. You'll see protection, science, strategy, safety, and history, all wrapped in a single color. White tells a story, a silent, powerful one. And now, you're part of it. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the world of aviation, don't forget to subscribe to AeroVerse, where every flight tells a story, and every fact reveals something you never knew. Until next time, fly safe, stay curious, and keep looking up.